Oh, do you need a new one? Aw. I'll just drop it in chat for you. Let's see. Which color do you want? Black or white? Or green? Well, it's gonna look good. Okay, then I think I'll go with white. If it's Jasco blue, then yeah. Yeah, either of those should work.
I'm ready to go live, Tim. I don't have the patience to wait here.
Hey, happy Friday, and welcome to the Joffice Live. I'm Tim Friedlieb, your regular host, and with me, as almost always, our president, CEO, founder, and all that jazz, Jason Horonsky. And today we have also a special guest with us, the head of Level 99 Games, founder, president, main designer of all things cool over there, I think.
Not everything. Not everything. It's a group effort.
Brad Talton Jr. How's it going, Brad?
It's good. It's good to be back with you all. It's been, I think it's been 3 months since my last Joffice.
Yeah, it's been a while, but we love having you here.
Well, cool. Well, I'm really excited to be with you guys for today's announcement.
Yeah.
So, thanks for having me.
Of course, we love having our industry friends with us. So we'll do the regular updates that we kind of always do, but also today we have Brad here for a reason, and that is we're going to talk a little bit about Mega Man All Stars, our upcoming board game. I know we have that planned for Kickstarter, I believe, correct?
Yep. It's another exciting one. We'll get into some details here shortly. But first, Tim, what's our run through before we get into all things Mega Man?
Okay, so we're going to talk about some Mega Man stuff. We'll talk a little bit about some My Hero stuff, but we'll probably do Mega Man first because Brad's here and we don't want to keep him. He's a very busy person. So we'll go over that stuff. We'll talk about some Mega Man or some My Hero stuff. We'll talk Street Fighter a little bit, and then we'll just talk about what this month has in store, and we'll call it a day. It's late on Friday. We're a little late. We had an impromptu meeting come up when we normally do the Joffice. So sorry that we're late, everyone.
It's best things come with a little bit of a wait. So starting with let's go Mega Man All Stars. So we'll do all of our other updates later. We'll just get this out of the way.
Straight to the good stuff.
Yeah, and we are planning to go to Kickstarter. We're bringing this to Kickstarter together. Level 99 has developed and designed all the game mechanics for this game. We had very little to say about oversight on game mechanics. We were just kind of testing and playing with them along the path, and this thing went through like what 11 iterations before.
Yeah, it went through a lot of different iterations, and I remember talking to you, and you were like, like, can you show me the game? And I was okay, and then it was like, well, let's do it with Mega Man, and because I was thinking maybe I'd do X or something else, and it just like, it was a game without a theme. And when I showed it to Jason, it's like, this is cool. We got to do this. We want to do this game. And so I said, well, can we do a Mega Man game with every robot master ever, except for Oil Man and Volt Man and that other one that nobody remembers because who cares? But every other robot master ever. And Jason said,
and
yeah,
I was like,
actually,
absolutely
yes,
not.
can.
And then yes.
So, yeah, so I'm really excited. This is going to be the first board game where you're going to get to fight against the Star Droids and the like all the Mega Man 11 masters, and it's crazy. Mega Man and Bass is in there. But anyway, show them the cool thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've been waiting till this week, Tim, to show off our premium model for the final model we haven't shown yet.
Oh yeah, let's do that first, I guess. Why save the treats for the end of the stream when we can show them off right away, right?
Exactly. We don't want people to like stay viewers for
All right.
too long.
We have shown off. Actually,
We're leading too hard. I'll defer to you.
we've already shown off Mega Man. He looks really cool. We've already shown off his kid sister role, even though she was created before Mega Man, right? We've shown off Bass. People really dig the Bass.
I dig the base. I think that's my favorite. But this is Tim's favorite coming up.
I think this is the best miniature out of the four. And we've got Proto Man. Let's see.
And Tango.
And Tango. Look at that.
Yeah,
It is beautiful.
I have to say I like this mini quite a lot.
I just think he's so dynamic. His colors are so great. Oh. So sweet. So yeah, guys, this is, and again, these are premium like prototypes that we had made. But yeah, these are going to be a sweet addition to the collection, and the fact that they're going to be usable with Universal Tactics decks as well. So that's really cool too.
That was smoothly delivered.
The Street Fighter minis are so gorgeous. Like everybody in the office is displaying the Street Fighter minis on their desks now.
We had some really fun calls with some other people. I've sent them kind of like to all the industry friends that I can, and we don't have a lot of them, so it's not all over the place. But man, that game is cool. Not gonna lie, I have it sitting right here. Oh, by the way, I'm joining everyone from my home Joffice today. Usually you get to see what I call the shelf room in my house because it has a bunch of shelves behind me. This is pretty boring from here. My view is great. I have collectibles everywhere, but you guys get to see a brown wall.
Jason, I think all we have to do to improve that room a little bit is just put some art behind you, like maybe a couple of prints or
I
something.
thought you were going to say, take me out of the picture, and then it'll be improved.
No, you're fine. Just put a couple cool prints of things that we've done before.
It would be nice to have, like, I have no art in here except for, like, a poker.
Yeah, hang up some of your puzzles.
I can hang some puzzles up. That's true. They're made to do that.
Yep.
That'd be fun. The only thing is I don't usually like to film from here because we have this sun coming through, and it's kind of distracting and then boring background. But whatever. Today's about other stuff, not my background.
But that was one cool thing we have to show off. We'll show off another cool thing in a little bit.
Let me go into that premium product though. So we want to get fan feedback on this because we can actually achieve exactly that paint level. It's a machine paint special technology that just came out. It costs millions of dollars that a factory did that we didn't have to do. So we get to take advantage of that. And if it's something that what Tim calls the whales would like to invest into, because they are very expensive. I think those as prototypes they gave us a deal, and they were like $100 each, and that was their special. So if we mass produce them, I think we can get them down to some kind of semi-reasonable price. Like I'm trying to get them to like $50 with their deck and everything in a premium box, if we can hit that price per model. But it would be something that would be a limited run up to their maximum print size, which is like in the 700s, and you'd be the only ones that get them. It comes with a certificate of authenticity, And what's really cool about that is if it picks up and people and Mega Man fans want these, it means we can go back to our other models and start adding unique paint schemes and costumes at a premium. So if you want to have, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, Hot Ryu, for instance, with the beard, we might be able to actually make it in a limited run. It's just going to be really expensive. And they will also come with premium decks. So we found a Made in America source to make short runs of UV spot coated special cards, just like the Street Fighter game originally came. So we can now do that in short runs at a premium. So that's the trick about short runs and doing things that are that detailed is they're not cheap to make for anybody, not for us, not for anybody. But if you're a collector and you want multiple costumes or something a little bit higher end to brag about to your friends, we will make that whale edition potentially available. We're going to try it with Mega Man and see how it goes.
You can't call it that on like live television, Jason.
You know what? Yes, I can.
Jason, see,
I don't see myself as a whale because I just collect everything. And to me, like
you are definitely a whale.
I've said this to him, Brad. Thank you. He is a whale.
Is collectible really that big of a deal to non-whales?
I don't know. I just when I think about whales, I think of you.
Yep.
I think about that collectible room you have, and then
If I'm a whale, it's not necessarily the great. I feel like really fat.
And by the way, Jason, I don't call him Hot Ryu. He's Grizzly Adams Ryu. Okay.
Grizzly Adams Ryu, perfect.
Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
The point is for anyone that really wants a high-end collectible, we can make them available. I don't know if anyone's going to want them because supposedly people don't spend as much on their collectibles as I do. It's like the only, other than food, games and collectibles is all I buy. So
I'm sure there's 700 people out there.
I hope so. If we have 700, we can hit the print run. It'll get the best price for it because we hit the maximum print run, and then we can put these things out there, and a few lucky, I guess, whale people can afford to buy these really cool things. Now, I will say the core game is still coming pre-painted at the quality of Street Fighter. That's where we're aiming to get them. So Street Fighter's already, I've heard from a lot of people in the industry, highest quality paint schemes in a board game that at least I know of. I don't know if that's...
I think what we need to do is all of those emails we've gotten, we have to respond to them and say, can we use this quote? Can we advertise with this quote?
For what?
For people that are like, oh, these are some of the best minutes. This is so cool. Like,
oh yeah, can we just like say your name? And
can we use your name and quote this, because that's a good thing, because we've had some pretty awesome people tell us how much they love the miniatures and the game.
And thank you all for the great reviews. I know the game took 1,000 years to come out, so
okay.
Now that it's finally here,
let me get back, because we have Brad here, and we don't want to take up all this time just chatting as much as we all
just
love
talk about how great your minis are.
As much
nice
as
job, guys. Yeah,
they are great. I love these things.
I think they're great too.
They're beautiful.
Well, but I want to know what normal people like me can get their hands on.
Okay, so normal people, the standard board game is going to come with all 4 of those minis that we showed you in the Street Fighter quality. So if you've seen Street Fighter, if you own the game, if you've looked online, there's tons of great fan photos of dioramas and stuff of the miniatures and the board game play, great reviews of the board game. If you check that out for UTS, everything in Mega Man All-Stars is planned to be 2 different ways compatible. So you get an entire board game, Mega Man All-Stars, developed by Level 99, and then we're going to throw in some decks so you can play it in UTS. That's the plan. And if you want to get it just for UTS, that could be an option. We're still discussing that. But if nothing else, it's 2 games in 1. So what a great deal. 4 really high-end miniatures. All the Robot Masters, potentially, is what Brad said. So that sounds pretty sweet.
I mean, they're on the cover. They're on the cover, Jason.
They are on the cover. I mean,
speaking of the cover...
Yeah, we can show the cover. You want to show the cover?
You guys want to show the cover?
Spoiler to the beginning. Let's do it.
All right. Hey guys, here is the cover for the upcoming Mega Man All Stars board game, collaboration between Jasco Games and Level 99 Games.
And Capcom.
Boom. And Capcom, of course.
And Capcom.
We wouldn't have Mega Man if it weren't for Capcom. But there you go, right on the screen. Man, that box art is going to be so cool. Who do we have on there? We have Pharaoh Man.
A lot of characters.
So we have the four main characters, right? We have Pharaoh Man, we got Splash Woman, some Guts Man. Who's that one with the green hair? That's a...
Terra.
Huh?
That's Terra.
That's from the Star Droids, right?
Yeah, that's from Mega Man 5 for Game Boy.
All right. And then, like, who else is there? Who's the Top Hat Master?
Magic Man.
Magic Man. Ooh, yeah. Oh, Metal Man's right there behind Splash Woman. Heck yeah.
Everyone's favorite upgrade.
Well, Saw Blades is the best weapon in all of Mega Man, right?
I think that's the general consensus, yeah.
That has been... I mean, there might be a better one in the later games, but you're not going to remember it as much as Saw Blades.
We even have Sword Man on there. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, so every core, classic Mega Man series is got representation on this cover. Except for the VGA guys.
Probably.
Or what was I can't remember exactly.
Cover
the old
everyone's
PC,
face.
the old PCs.
So Brad, you guys do weekly live playtest videos, right? Where you're testing
Not
out
live playtests. I think
I would call it.
we have something kind of like Joffice, like an interview program every other week that we do.
So how do we direct
Let's do
people to
this.
that? Who are interested in checking out up and coming games or existing games that you guys play or talk about? Where would we go to?
Yeah, just look out for us on YouTube. We've got our YouTube channel, Level 99 Games. Our show is called Level with You, and let's level with you. So
That's pretty funny.
that's,
I like that.
so you can look that up and see all the episodes and see. We've announced 2 upcoming projects that are not public yet. So from Level 99 first party, so you can learn about what's next in our own lineup. But we got some really cool stuff coming out on the line.
So
They have some cool things. That most recent BlazBlue is awesome, by the way. If you guys, I don't
the
know if it's
new
sold out,
Exceed
but
season.
yeah, I don't know if anyone can get it anymore. Is it still available?
Yeah, the game, the retail release is this week. So this is the first time you'll be able to get it in stores.
Go get it. It's
Yeah,
so
so you
good.
can get it on our website, but yeah, it's available in stores now as well around the world. So you should
Do
be
you
able
have
to.
an example of the acrylics that you have in the box, like at your desk?
The acrylics were the special pre-order bonus, so
Ooh.
those
Oh,
are
you
not
missed
available.
out, everybody. But the game's still going to be awesome.
The game is still awesome, and I guess what I'd say is make sure you subscribe to Level 99 Games because we're gonna do more acrylics with our next season of Exceed. So you'll be able to get the fancy acrylic standees with that one if you pre-order it. So
Nice.
yeah, you can build quite a collection.
So BlazBlue is a title we do not have in our library for universes, and so if you want to get in on some fighting games that you may be missing out on, go to Level 99. He's just as big of a fighting game fan as us, and does some awesome stuff there. They also have Street Fighter Exceed. They've done a Red Horizon Exceed.
Well,
you have your property, Seventh Cross. What was that, Tim?
I was gonna say, yeah, we love doing collaborations with Brad and Level 99 Games, and looks like a bunch of our fans in the chat are saying that we should do one because they love BlazBlue.
Well, we'll see what we can work out. But it's all
Anything's possible.
anything's possible, right? But it's always a lot of fun to be working with Jason and the team on a project, and I'm really excited with Mega Man All Stars to design a game and let somebody else do all the hard work. So so we had a lot of fun building this one, and I think that y'all will have a lot of fun playing it. And I believe, do you have a server where is it publicly playable in the server, or is it been taken
We
down?
have a Discord for Mega Man. I don't know if it's still live, but that would be a question. If we have it, we'll find it from our project manager and put it in the link below.
Okay. Yeah.
And I know we do plan in upcoming streams to do cool show-offs of some of the components, and maybe we'll have you back on to talk about why certain components look the way they do, or I don't know if that's a thing that you talked about on your streams or whatnot, but that could be a cool thing.
We have been very mum about it. We've been waiting on you guys to make the announcement. So now that the cat's out of the bag, I look forward to talking more about it with y'all in the near future.
Yeah, this is so exciting, and the graphics are really cool. I mean, so Nicole did all the graphics for the whole game.
Beautiful job.
And then we had some fan art that we got to bring a fan into the official Capcom canon world through fan art. Now he's official Mega Man artist.
Yeah, so
Oh.
Mega Man 8 didn't have any weapon arts, right? They like every other Mega Man game, there's art for Mega Man using each of the Robot Master weapons, except 8. And this is a big hang up because in the game you can use every Robot Master weapon. So we had to get some art for these.
All right,
and
I'll
it was
start.
so cool to see it come together.
I'll start
That
putting
we
these in
get
so
to
we can share
canonize some
that.
new art.
We made Tim have to do some work.
It's
He had to
okay.
show it off. So yeah, this is really exciting because every Robot Master custom art for anything that was missing in the Capcom canon universe. So like literally, the art books don't even have this art because it had to be created for this. They never did the Mega Man 8 art, and there's a couple of other pieces of art that they never did. Obviously, the cover art's completely custom and brand new. So a lot of cool stuff there. The board layout and the components themselves are super Mega Man themed. We're really excited to show those off. And the plan is, we've been flip-flopping back and forth on what's coming first, Mortal Kombat or Mega Man for Kickstarter. And they've kind of bounced back and forth a few times, but it looks like right now, based on licensing timing, we're probably going to launch Mortal Kombat first, and then wait about 6 weeks and do Mega Man. And so this year you'll see both of those campaigns go live on Kickstarter, and then they should both go to retail as well. So unlike Street Fighter, these are not Kickstarter exclusive games.
Cool,
So-
cool.
You guys keep talking while I put these images
Yeah,
in.
what can I say about this game? Can I say anything?
I think we hype it up now. Like you say, cat's out of the bag. It exists. We've shown off a few minis and kind of slowly trickled some stuff, but
Yeah. So
I will. No, I'm just gonna add the caveat. The awesome miniatures are awesome, but they're only for the playable characters, right?
yeah,
Correct.
so the miniatures are the 4 playable characters, and you can start the game. So when you beat a Robot Master in this game, you get what's called their data, and that's a special character power for them. And so you can choose to start with any Robot Master data, but you might have to sub in your own, Cutman toy or something from the memorabilia if you really want a Cutman miniature on the board. So hopefully some folks out there have Cutman miniatures sitting around. So
for Cutman specifically, he is in the original Mega Man board game, but he's a much smaller scale.
But you can start the game and say, I'm going to play as Heat Man or Turbo Man or anybody else you like in this game, and play through that way. You can also get more abilities and switch them out, build your loadout, and it's kind of a I'd say it's so the core conceit of the game is that you are on the defensive. The Robot Masters have come to you. It's very inspired by the Ariga comic line in Mega Man. And so there's a big ensemble cast of Robot Masters that are coming to harass Mega Man and Dr. Light at the lab. And you have to defend Dr. Light and then eventually take the battle to Dr. Wily in the final act. And so you'll be cooperating together to defeat a whole series of Robot Masters. You actually get to build your grid of 8 Robot Masters at the start of the game, and put Dr. Wily there in the middle and fight through all of them to get to the final boss. As you do, you'll fight a bunch of minions, you'll get a bunch of power-ups, you'll build your own Mega Man loadout, and it's kind of like building your own board. So you build this board, this program, and you walk around the program with your miniature and activate different powers, and that's how you attack the Robot Masters and defend yourself from their attacks.
Yeah, it's really clever mechanics, and like we said, it's 11 iterations or so through different game changes and updates, and I think it landed in an awesome spot. I love all the things. Like we said, it was like almost essential that the board looks like the Robot Master select screen.
Yeah.
So we were designing around theme and game mechanics at the same time, and a lot of that. I mean, theme's really all we had to contribute. To be honest, the Level 99 did pretty much all the design. We just had a few insights here and there, but we walked through the whole process to understand everything we needed to do for graphics and how the game's going to play. Had some game sit-through sessions with the designers here for graphics and everything, and project management, and I'm just super excited. And you did mention you can play these 4 main characters and all the Robot Masters, but it's also they're cooperatively fighting, right? Like this is a team effort.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you're
that's
working
something I
together.
think we mentioned. You all are playing together against the board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think I don't know if we got all of the Easter eggs in that I wanted to get, but I really wanted to have like Duo and Quint and Blade and Punk, like all those kind of side characters. They have like Robot Master data, so you can choose to say, oh, I'm going to play with the Duo data this time, even though he's not a boss you can fight. So you can't get it in game, but you can start with this character. And sort of build your own mythos if you want to, like build your own custom Mega Man story.
Which is awesome.
If that's how you want to play it. So, well, there's some pretty cool stuff you can do.
So we'll be starting official marketing probably right at the end of the Mortal Kombat campaign. Like I said, we want to give it at least 6 weeks of full-on marketing push. Kind of a collaborated effort. We'll be throwing it up on all the different social medias, different video channels, and really get it out there. Maybe do some more playthroughs, a lot more videos, a couple more Joffices, and show off different components as we go. And I'm super excited about it. Like we said, it's also 2-game compatible, which is kind of weird but cool. Like, it's always good to get more bang for your buck. And yeah, it's not so originally. So people that have the original Mega Man game, I want to put this out there. That game was our first board game ever. Had a lot of different issues on print and game mechanics and things like that. So we really wanted to redo it right, and that's where Level 99 is coming in and picking up, I guess, my slack. Really is where this is.
Well, we did start it as kind of a rework, or we tried to make it a rework through all the iterations. But ultimately, I think it's best to start with a clean slate and be able to have that creative freedom to do more with the system. So
Yep.
I'm grateful that we were able to have that freedom to step out of the box for the original game.
Yeah, it was worth
do
taking a
something
look
new.
at the original game and saying, like, what could we do to fix the game to make it where the fans would want it to be. And after I don't know how many iterations and brainstorming sessions, we just decided let's just give them a whole new game that's done right from the very beginning.
Yeah, I'd say it was about 2 or 3 months of development and about 4 or 5 versions that we really tried to bring them together. But it's one thing's one thing and another's another. That's kind of how you have to face forward.
All right, so Tim, I think you're ready to show some stuff off, right?
Yeah. Okay, so let's make this transition.
Do you mind sharing your screen for us too? So I know
Sure.
Oh yeah,
no
we have to
problem.
talk about this blind. So
All right, let's.
I hope I was right on all of my guesses for the cover, but the descriptions
Okay.
are pretty
I
iconic.
was like, is Brad saying something? I was like, he's guessing pretty good. I
There's
think.
only like one Robot Master
Alright.
with a top hat, right?
So-
I mean, it has to be Magic Man.
All right.
I hope I was right. I'd feel pretty fraudulent
So-
if it wasn't.
The first move art we're gonna show off here is Water Balloon.
And this is Aquaman's weapon.
Yeah, if it'll transition. There we go. Yeah, now it's showing on the screen. Can you guys see that? The purple and the blue and all that.
Yeah, there's a lot of lightning in the background, so hopefully we can see past that on bigger screens. I'm looking inside of a screen, but
Yeah, it looks bigger on the because I'm also watching the stream on one of our platforms. It's bigger. You can see it.
Cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed this weapon. I felt like it was the metal blade of 8 because you could just rapid fire it so quickly.
So this is one of the custom pieces that's never existed in official Capcom canon. Oh, here's another cool one
Boom. This is on.
coming up.
Oh.
It's coming any second now.
My transition
Uh,
screen's button's a little slow. There we go. Boom. Tornado hold. That was a cool move.
Some of the chats are saying we might have low volume. I don't know if that's just the computer.
Is it me?
No, I think we're pretty good. I haven't seen anything about that previously. So that's 2 of them, right? And
Yep.
man, what a good job the artist we found did on these, right? Like, this looks like any other official Capcom art for Mega Man.
Yep. So what was great is we found fan art on DeviantArt and brought it to Capcom and said, "Hey, is this actually? Did they bring it to us, or was that you, Brad?"
No, this was, I think this was all you guys.
Okay,
I
so
didn't
so
touch
then,
anything with
then
the
I
art.
believe the story is Capcom actually said, "Hey, this guy did these pretty good. Maybe you should reach out to him." And his name's Armando. I don't remember his last name. I should give him a shout out with his last name so everybody knows. Give this guy some great credit on Pokemon.
Maybe next week we can show off his DeviantArt page.
There you go.
It's really nice.
And you can check out. These are now official approved Capcom pieces, and they did get some edits. There was, obviously to get it to Capcom's quality, did have to. It wasn't just like, here you go, use exactly this. They have their own standards, but I think he nailed it. So this is the next attacks are really cool.
Yeah, Ice Wave.
I love special
Man, that
effects
looks
like
great.
that.
And then also, now this one is a little hard to see because this is him in actual orange armor, but this is the Thunderclaw coming up,
Okay.
which was
No, this is
that was like the
Clown Man.
grapple, right?
Yeah, Thunderclaw is actually Clown Man's weapon.
Yeah, I remember playing the game and being like, that seems like a weird weapon for a clown to have, but okay.
That's like a squirt gun.
Well, he uses it like a chain in the game, so he can grab onto things and spin around.
Like clowns do.
Yeah.
Let's.
If I were a robot clown, I would expect to have a electric tether.
Exactly. Some kind of grappling device. That's
Yeah.
very clown-like, I feel like.
How about this one? This one is so cool.
This one's so cool we changed the background.
Hey, I want the color to really pop. Boom.
Yes.
Flame sword. I really like this Robot Master too, but the flame sword looks really good.
I've discovered that Swordman is a lot of people's favorite robot master.
He's very
I
cool.
have a toy of Swordman right here on the shelf.
Yeah, yeah, he's like an inordinate number of people really love Swordman. I guess it's that two-part design where he hovers.
Yeah.
I think I guess Frostman probably feels the most like a Mega Man X boss to me. But
I think Swordman is
Swordman's
like
a close second.
he's like a robot master with like Wily style mechanics
Hmm.
because he has his own
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah, I could see that.
And then here we have Homing Sniper. That was Grenade
I love
Man?
that.
Surge
That's
Man.
a really cool,
Surge Man.
really cool way to do the art. It makes me feel like playing it as a video game and moving the reticle around to shoot stuff.
And then here we have. This was Grenade Man's move, right?
Yeah, the Flash.
Yeah, Flash Bomb coming up as soon as my computer wants to switch it over. There we go. Yeah, Flash Bomb. So big.
That one's, man, I like all the artwork, so I'm just gonna keep saying it's cool.
It is cool. It's super cool.
There's not much to say, but it's still true every time.
Yep.
It's cool.
The next one's cool. I
Oh
bet.
yeah, Suave Reeds. Astroman's coming up right now. His move. The thing I have to do though is I have to. These were so big I had to only do one at a time. Boom, Astro Crush. And what's funny
Yep.
is
We
I also
actually
have
have that art right behind you, Tim. Yeah. But different.
from our card game, yeah. But boom, there we go. The Astro Crush, Astroman's move. Pretty sweet.
Beautiful.
And so, all of this art should be on the move, on the data chip for each of these moves, right, Brad?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, they're on the there's battle chips for each of the weapons, and then there's data chips for Robot Master special abilities.
Okay.
So when you decide you're gonna play as a Robot Master, like say I'm gonna play as Astro Man, I would get the Astro Man data, which gives me a special ability that affects all my actions, and then I would also get this weapon card as my starting card in my grid. So I'd get to do I get to use this ability throughout the entire game, as well as having some other kind of special Astro Man power.
Sweet.
And that kind of emulates like their movements. Like Clown Man, you can actually, if you're playing with the Clown Man data, you can actually jump over to another player's battle grid and start using their program temporarily, and then jump back to yours. Those are the kind of things that the Robot Master datas let you do. So they're big game-wide effects. And then the weapons are, they'll defend, or they'll do damage, or they'll give you special powers, or they'll buff your grid. Those do things on an immediate turn-by-turn basis.
Oh man, I can't wait to see how good Skull Barrier is. I'm sure it'll be
for
really
anybody
good.
that's joining us, because I do see a couple of comments. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the upcoming Mega Man All-Stars board game that Level 99 designed in collaboration with us, and this is some of the new canon Mega Man artwork that's going to be seen in this. It's every single Robot Master, for the most part, playable in the game at once, or play against and playable. So it's going to be awesome, and it's cooperative.
Yeah.
All the cool Robot Masters are here.
All the coolest ones. Yeah.
I am a big fan. I mean, I like competitive games as well. I mean, I got into this company because I liked the competitive card game that we make. But I've recently become a big fan of cooperative games. Sorry, cooperative games.
Me too. The more I play them, the more I like them. And I got into this company for the card game we make too.
Yeah, there's a special place for competitives, but as I've I guess gotten a bit older and and played with more gaming groups, I've started to feel like cooperatives are such a nice, friendly way to sit down at a table with folks and and just enjoy company while you're doing something together. And
Yep.
I really like the laid back air of a co-op, and this is a fairly intense co-op, and you can adjust the difficulty in a lot of ways, so you can play a really hard setup, but you can take it easy. You can relax. You can help each other out, or you can each play your own game. If I choose to use my Skull Barrier to protect you from the incoming search missile, or if I choose to just go in for the kill, even though Tim is gonna get knocked out and not get any rewards for the fight. That's the kind of choice that we can make together and enjoy, right?
I have one standing rule for when I host game night at my house, which I haven't done for a while for obvious reasons. But my standing rule is no telling other players what they should do unless they ask for your advice.
It's a good rule to start with. Absolutely.
Because I know it can get kind of frustrating at times when you're playing and someone's like, you should do
quarterback-
this. Hey, can I just play my turn? Can I please just play my turn?
Yeah, I think it has to do a lot with the group and the tone of group that you set, and especially with advanced gamers, you want to run your own show. I find that with a lot of casual players, it's not such a big deal because, the advice is a welcome option.
Right.
And hopefully, in a game like this, the strategies are not so complex that players can't see them. Even casual players will be able to see, oh, this is a good move A and this is a good move B, and and then the player who would come in and give advice would say, well, if you do A and I do B together, we can do this wombo combo, and that's where you get some cool interactions with the other players sitting at the table.
Yep, I like it. And then we have some fans of your Seventh Cross. They're asking if we can put more Seventh Cross in the universes.
If you wanna get in UTS and get some minis, Jason, I can certainly work that out for you.
Let me see what they think about doing a UTS universes crossover DLC.
I do know that we have something in the works for possibly some more Seventh Cross, right?
I don't think we should say anything.
Okay.
I agree 100%.
We'll see how things go.
All right.
All right, Brad. Well, I think you're getting maybe called for dinner, and I think we covered most of the Mega Man stuff. Is there any final closing statements you want to say about Mega Man All-Stars, and then how do people follow Level 99 in all the different ways so we can get that fan base moving over to some more awesome games?
Yeah, well, I think the best. First off, I just want to say thanks for having me. It's been so great as usual to be chatting with you guys, and I can't wait to get my copy of Mega Man All Stars. So that's what I'm really excited about, seeing so much of this. And I've already seen the boards and stuff, so I'm even more excited than everybody else here for this.
I don't think I've seen the final board, so I'm excited to see
really?
this.
Oh, they're awesome.
They're super cool. But yeah, visit us at level99games.com. The latest game that's come out from us is called Bullets. It is a space shooter real-time puzzle game, and it's sweeping the charts. Super great. Everybody's having a great time with Bullet. So I encourage you to check it out too. If you love fighting games, if you enjoy fighting games, check out the living card game analog to UFS, which is or Universus, I suppose, which is Exceed, and give that a go. Like Jason was saying earlier, we have Blaze Blue is our most recent set coming out, and we're looking forward to collaborating with Jasco on some more future sets too in the near future. So I'm very excited to be announcing those, and I'll see you again probably around the end of the year to talk about those games, hopefully.
Woohoo!
So,
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you all so much.
Brad, it was great. This show in particular was kind of short notice, so we really appreciate it since we had a late start and all that stuff.
Glad to be here.
Great having you, and we'll bring you back on soon to talk about more games.
All right. Take care, and y'all have a good one.
You too,
Bye.
man. Bye.
All right, so Tim, what is next up on our agenda?
Let's see. So we we revealed some more characters from My Hero Academia this week. I think we had the final characters from the DLC. That was another Uraraka, another Froppy, and another All Might. And we revealed from the tournament cards, I believe we revealed Kuragiri, who that guy is kind of fun.
He has a really cool mechanic that feels very portally.
Yeah, took a lot of testing to get right, but I think it should be about where it needs to be. So, without going into too many details.
All the My Hero stuff I'm actually really comfortable with. I think it was very well tested, very thematic. I'm personally extremely proud and excited for this upcoming My Hero release. Do we want to talk straight into My Hero, or is there other Universes stuff we want to get into first?
Universes stuff. Other than My Hero, at this point, not too much. I know that Jason and I have been working on a couple other things to try and some small things to try and get ready for you guys that we're not ready to announce just yet. But don't worry, we've been working on a slew of different projects all over. Sometimes it feels like we're working ourselves too much, but we're loving everything that we do. Even those nights where we're working late and it's like, I'm tired.
I will say, so the general public knows, because Tim and I have been doing a lot of like pre-press stuff and post-press stuff and approvals for different printing and manufacturing. Our our work days have been like all of the hours that you're awake. So for probably 3 weeks straight. So it's been tiring but extremely rewarding, and because of that, I'm going to try to force our entire company to take like a 2-hour work day for a whole week coming up before our MK Kickstarter, so we can kind of recoup, re-energize, only take care of the fires and the most important stuff. So keep that in mind. So everyone out there is available and knows this. Our response time should be pretty much the same for customer service, and same thing for shipping, but we're going to try to have like a half vacation kind of thing going on, since we don't do that like ever over here. I think it'd be nice to recoup some sleep and some hours there for our staff.
I will not show anything except for the back of this piece of paper. But
beautiful.
Jason, you know what this is.
I know what that is. That is super crazy foil stuff.
Got some proofs in that we're going over and approving, and
that piece of paper in particular is a foil that we have never done. I call it plaid foil. It is so cool. It is so cool.
You already gave away too much by calling it plaid foil.
I don't think that gives away anything.
That gives away way too much.
That's me giving like random nicknames to stuff. But anyway,
that gives away way too much. So let's just cut it off there.
Cool. Super cool. I do have a couple of answers to say here. So someone's asking if there's going to be a UTS conversion available for Mega Man as a standalone pack. The plan is yes, but we haven't confirmed it yet. So You can either get it automatically included in the core Mega Man All-Stars game, and then there's a chance, depending on how Angry Joe Show Jasco collaboration with Level 99 works, because this is a 4-party collaboration, we hope and plan to do it also as a separate thing. So that's where we're currently looking.
I mean, Tyrell, what good is having a stream if you're not control a little bit sometimes?
Uh-oh.
Gesundheit.
Danke.
Bitte.
Excuse me, everyone. That is a sneeze. So anyway, and then for Mortal Kombat, we plan on launching Mortal Kombat on Kickstarter in the coming weeks. We don't have an official launch date yet. That is coming soon. That is actually coming soon. I would say real soon. So keep an eye out for that. We do plan to market it officially everywhere and get you guys a chance to sign up for the preview of the page about 3 weeks before it launches. So once you see that, we're going. We're launching. We're about to go, and you can get a glimpse of the campaign at that point. So I wanted to answer those real quick. But going into My Hero Academia, you already kind of showed off the back of a foil proof.
Yep.
Set 1 is getting more and more and more hype as we go. We did come up with an agreement with Asmodee to talk about the official release date. We know when the release date is. I don't think that we can say it until we both announce it at the same time. That is the only unfortunate thing. I wanted to say it this week on the Joffice. You know what? Let me ask. I actually have an open window to an Asmodee representative. Let me see if we can actually give you a more narrowed down release date. Maybe not the exact date, but before it's officially announced. Give me 1 second, everybody. And Tim, you can go and keep talking.
Okay, I guess I'm going to keep talking. So for those of you that missed it a little bit earlier, I'll show off again this week's or the final Mega Man miniature from the board game, because that's something that's really cool and it looks really great. And that's right here. Boom! Look at that Proto Man. I'm telling you, he's the best of the 4. Absolutely the best, especially Tango. Even though I'm a doggo person, and Mega Man and Base both have doggos, but Tango looks pretty cool. So for all you cat dudes, and dude is for both male and female. All you cat
I'm a
dudes.
dude. You're a dude. Whatever.
She's a dude because we're all dudes.
I haven't seen that movie in forever. All right, so I've asked one of my buddies over at Asmodee if we can get this information out to you guys live right now. A little bit on this. We're so hype about this release date, guys, and or dudes and dudettes. So that's all.
Dude is a gender neutral term.
It reminds me of the Ninja Turtles movie. I think it was the 3rd one where they say dudes and dudettes. Major League Butt Kicking is back in town. I think that's the 3rd. Is that the 3rd one or the 1st one? It's been a long time since I watched it. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm sure the chat knows. Hopefully we get an answer on that live, and we can give you guys a narrow down. I will say that one thing I can tell you is the main set, which is the booster release and the 2-player rival decks,
yep,
is going to release together, and 1 month later will come the DLC. And that's going to be a standard for every My Hero set. So when a My Hero set comes out, you're going to get either a booster and starter type of combination, and then you'll get a DLC 1 month later. Tournament packs and all that stuff will come at the same time as the release is the current plan. So if you get a tournament box with the Plus Ultra packs at your store, those will come with the release. So you can start playing events right away in your local area, either online or in person, or if you can't do either, there's some other options to get those cards at your local hobby shops. There are other ways to get the game in mass retail and mid-tier retail, with all kinds of different cool stuff that I can't talk about yet because we can't tell you any of that stuff at the moment. But this is a big launch, guys. I'm really excited. Every week we find out more and more new venues that want to stock the game. I mean, this could get so broad that we're talking maybe even grocery stores just carrying it in your toy aisle. So I'm really excited of the reach that we're going to have for My Hero Academia, the brand growing for universes as a whole. All our fans now are really into that. We also just finished up most of the character reveals, I believe. I'm not on Facebook, so I'm pretty sure we're close to done with that character reveal campaign for set 1. If not everything,
we might be done.
Yeah, so So you guys can see the cast of set 1. And remember, there are a lot of sets planned for My Hero. So if you're wondering why there aren't as many Izuku Midoriyas / Dekus or Bakugos as you might think, I kind of expect them to be in every single set. So you're going to get a lot of them, and we didn't want to flood you with those all up front. And obviously there's a lot of All Mights, but All Might has a lot of his fame from season 1 and set 1 and that kind of stuff. So he's kind of top heavy, but you can expect to see a lot of the fan favorites over and over and over again. The stacker mechanics are a little bit different for My Hero. A lot of the mechanics are a little bit different for My Heroes. And speaking of mechanics, coming up soon is another social media campaign where we tell our new players step by step different mechanics and information about the cards and the game leading up to our full-on learn to play video and reveals. So that's going to be getting new players in, letting them understand what they're looking at when we start doing these card reveals. So there's a step-by-step process. So we can't just show off cards immediately because people need to understand how the game plays and what the game's like. So it's going to be kind of a collaboration, reveal cards and explain the game at the same time as we go until we feel like the fan base is starting to get a grasp of understanding. They can watch the full play video, and then it goes into all-on card reveal season, which is the end of the snowball marketing campaign. So it's going to start out kind of a slow roll at the top, and it's going to get bigger and faster as we go down closer to release date. And there's some really big stuff that I don't think anybody's going to see coming close to reveal. And I'm really excited about it. And I do believe that our demo kits are going to come out before release. I still think that that's possible. So
I have a question for chat. Chat, no matter what platform you're watching on, answer this in the chat. Who is the character you're most looking forward to card previews for? Let us know. It may not influence us, but we're just curious.
What's this say? Are you getting the girls from the Mega Man UFS Learn to Play video? No, this is a different video.
No, yep, this will be different.
Yeah, they no longer work here. So, all right, so we're starting to see some fans talking about their most anticipated characters in the chat. I'm really excited.
Yep, definitely see.
By the way, if you're watching this live right now, the chat is on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. YouTube, yeah. So you might not see some of the chats that we're seeing. You might be on a different platform. And also, if you have a question, you want us to answer it live on the Joffice each week, we have a form that you can fill out, and we'll answer your form on the Joffice. Tim, before I'm going to let you look that up, and I'm going to move into Street Fighter while I'm waiting. Asmodee is typing to me, so let's see what they say here in a second.
The link to the questionnaire to ask us a question is in the description of this stream, so you can follow that to the Google form and ask us a question.
Yep,
guys. I'm not saying who you want us to reveal. I'm saying out of the characters that we have revealed, whose cards do you want to see? That's the question. What were you saying, Jason?
I'm getting answers from Asmodee.
Okay.
So, Asmodee is standing by they want a more unified announcement, so we're going to have a meeting on Monday of next week to have the unified launch time. I'm sorry about that, everybody. It is a collaboration here, so we can't just jump the gun and tell everybody everything, unfortunately. So that's where we're out there. I was hoping for this week. We do know internally our dates. We just can't say it yet. I'm sorry. Tim, where were we just at right before that?
Well, I have to. Chris Limkin, I don't know who you mean by Bubble Girl. Who's Bubble Girl?
Are we talking about Mega Man?
No, we're talking about in My Hero. I'm just not sure who that is.
Bubble Girl?
Bubble Girl. Who make what?
Well, you've confused us, chat. Good job. All right. So.
Okay. Well, hey, yeah, that's My Hero stuff, I guess, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I was hyping it up, and I thought we'd be able to say a little bit more, but at least DLC comes out about 1 month later. That's a thing.
We have not announced Bubble Girl, who is one of Night Eye's sidekicks.
Okay, yeah. So keep in mind, My Hero Academia has about 300 characters that people actually follow, and then there's even more than that already in the show. We're gonna get to as many of these characters as we can each release. So, and then in between the releases, tournament cards and promos.
Tournament cards. Maybe we'll eventually do some special smaller scale promotional items that like any other card game does. Well, hey,
Skins and cool fun stuff.
Yeah.
So
we have plenty of plans.
There's a lot being planned for My Hero.
There's, like you said, at least 300 characters that people follow, plus all the other ones. And we're going to definitely be doing multiple versions of many of the main casts. So there's tons to explore.
Yeah, so we have one person saying they're still waiting on one more character reveal. So we'll see if that's going to be the Guile treatment or what that is.
Well, that is definitely on our marketing department, right? So
marketing department has.
They have a plan, I'm sure.
They have a plan, and they also have to follow the licensing approvals list in a certain order.
Yep.
So everything is revealed by approval, and who's allowed to be paired together and all that kind of stuff.
Hexilia, I will say, is a main cast character, so that's why it's in the set. Anyway.
All right. So moving into Street Fighter. And then we might come back a little bit more My Hero and Universes later.
Okay, so Street Fighter is still fulfilling. It's been a long fulfillment period, but there were 11,000 backers of the project. So
plus post-project people that were like another 2,000.
So America is pretty much done. We just have some final people that you always get people that come to you at the very end like, hey, I paid just now, so we're doing that. We will be doing. We have already requested from the fulfillment center to send us enough product. We were going to have our U.S. fulfillment center do the send out any replacement parts for missing items or broken items, things like that. However, we have decided that we really want control over doing that because we want to make sure that we don't accidentally send you something that is still not up to the quality of the game, because sometimes that can happen. So once that product comes into our warehouse warehouse team is going to spend plenty of time making sure that we send out those replacements, and that we don't actually accidentally let something that's still kind of not up to par sent out.
Yeah, the biggest discussion in customer service was if we let somebody else send replacement parts for a broken piece or something that wasn't quite up to snuff, which is less than 1% of the components, like way less than 1%. We would prefer to not have a random person in a warehouse that's picking stuff up, pick one that's also just broken again. Yeah. So that's why we want to bring that one in-house. Now, I will say for pre-orders on the website, we still plan on doing some of those in first come, first serve order through the fulfillment center before it gets to us.
Yeah. So, speaking about our U.S. fulfillment center, we're about to open up the ability to pay for your shipping charges to Latin and South America. And we've decided to move the majority of that, maybe all of that, to our U.S. fulfillment center because we've gotten very good pricing. So even with the customs or VAT fees, that should drop down significantly the cost to our backers in Latin and South America. And so
we were getting some pretty high rates, like really, really high rates for everything under Mexico, I believe. Even Mexico was pretty expensive. So all those countries right below the U.S., we're coming in at like the price of the game, sometimes more.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just put it this way. For countries like Peru or Chile, I got, by moving fulfillment centers, and I will say our previous fulfillment center was doing very well. It's just things have gone up. Like, if you don't explore
there are
extra
certain
options,
surcharges that they couldn't avoid. So we had to keep shopping around.
Right. So by double checking, even though it's last minute, we're able to cut some of those costs, depending on what you got, potentially in half. So, and these are very high shipping rates to begin with. So when we're able to cut that in half, that's really good. And that's what, I spent all my logistics time trying to do for everyone. So getting those costs down. I know UK was supposed to be finishing up with their current wave of shipping very, very soon. It might have been today. Canada should be moving on to sending out replacements on next week. They were finishing up all of the final shipments this week as well. EU is underway. They are still in wave 1, but we have over, I think, about 75% of EU has been submitted to the fulfillment center to ship, and that has already started going out. People have gotten it. Now, last week there was a slight issue with the dice, where a carton of dice was mislabeled, and so there were some. Yeah, it was the wrong color, so they were sending out the wrong color with the orders. However, they know which orders were affected, and they will be correcting that. And I believe they've already started correcting that. So if you're in the EU, you already got your stuff, and you got the wrong color dice, that should be getting resolved very, very shortly. I know they were finishing. They may have even finished up Germany already, and they're moving on to the next area. So sweet. It sounds, we're very close to getting all the other. I think we have less than 200 backers in what we call rest of world. So that should be opening up very, very shortly. Now those, because there are not large amounts of orders going to any particular place, those do get put onto slower shipping. But once that's paid, we can get that ready to get sent out, and then it'll be on its way. Yeah. Trying to think of anything else we have for an update for Street Fighter.
I think Street Fighter is in a really good spot. It's got and if you've gotten a chance to play it, please go give us your honest rating on Board Game Geek. We've had a lot of people that crashed our rating score a little bit from shipping rates that have nothing to do with the game. That's really unfortunate.
And we don't want to complain about things, like, we're not here to whine about that. But it is unfortunate that some people, when they're upset with something that has nothing to do with the game itself, and they have their voice, they can use it however they want. But we did unfortunately get a number of bad ratings because of unfortunate circumstances surrounding the Kickstarter.
Yeah, that's mostly VAT and shipping related issues. I think we had over a 9 out of 10 rating before that. So the game is solid. I think people are really loving it. I've loved watching the social media. Yep. They're doing whole dioramas with the video game stages in the background, and just really cool displays. I love seeing people's packaging solutions and storage solutions. There's some really awesome ones. Personally, I just leave my minis out on shelves because they're cool. They're basically like having a whole bunch of amiibos at once.
I will tell everyone this, Jason. We have already had one meeting. We're probably going to have another one or two at least about getting ready for the next Kickstarter. And we've been collecting information and getting ready to update our shipping section for all of our Kickstarters going forward. So we are excited to have a probably much more clear section in our Kickstarters about refunds, about shipping, and be 100% forward with you guys. Back in the day, we were pretty sure that we were clear about things and upfront. However, we
were for the time. We didn't expect that long of a fulfillment, and then VAT and shipping, everything changed. So the pandemic destroyed the normalcy for shipping prices. Brexit destroyed a lot of the normalcy for importing, and then the EU also changed their rules at the beginning of the year for VAT, and it's just nothing could have been predicted. And it's unfortunate that we had some delays from different things, from approvals and pandemic and everything you could think of, kind of hit a bump in the road along the way on Street Fighter. Great news is we were developing everything for Mortal Kombat alongside Street Fighter. So Mortal Kombat is way ahead of where Street Fighter was at this point, and you'll see that when you get to see our Kickstarter page. We're really, really excited for that one. I say it every show. Love Mortal Kombat. Huge Mortal Kombat fan. The movie, we talked about that a little bit. I'll let you guys make your own judgments on the movie. It's not the movie I was hoping for, but it's still Mortal Kombat, so there's some things I still like. And I loved Kano.
I'll say again, it was an enjoyable movie. I had fun watching it. We had a good time, even though there were some gripes we had here and there. We laughed. We enjoyed some of the fights. It wasn't. I mean, first off, I had fun being with everyone, and just spending some time with some other people. So.
Yeah. So we have people that are asking about universes. I'm going to go backtrack a little bit.
Sure.
So for My Hero Academia and universes, remember My Hero Academia is still universes, so it's still part of standard, but it's also a standalone card game. And after this set, there are some plans for some mechanics that are unique to the My Hero format. There are also some cards that are unique to My Hero in certain ways. But overall, it is an expansion. We did pause all other releases. We were looking into ways to do some kind of mini release before My Hero launches. Unfortunately, and this is across all card games right now, the pandemic completely destroyed the paper supply for the world on card game paper. It is essentially as rare as printing a currency and is complicated. And so you'll probably see this with other major games where they are completely sold out in even your local hobby shops, Target, Walmart, all that kind of stuff, Toys R Us.
Well, they're holding it behind the counter now, the front counter, the service counter, at
It depends
Targets
on
and Walmarts.
if they have it, yeah. Like at Target, you have to go to customer service.
And only 8 a.m. on a Friday, and you're only allowed up to one box.
Yeah, so there's actually a massive worldwide shortage for paper and card game stuff. We are lucky enough to have backup to backup to backup to backup printers. I know some of our competitors have actually purchased the entire year's paper supply for certain types of card paper. And so that's not going to affect us, but you're going to see this across the CCG market. So if you're asking for sets, it's not that we don't want to bring out a set. The pandemic literally only allows the top 4 or 5 games to even be able to produce, and we're luckily in some of those slots. The problem is bringing in anything that's not our main focus. Right now, we're rebranding and relaunching with My Hero Academia. So anything before that wasn't going to be able to get the limelight, especially not at the scale we would want. So after My Hero Academia launches, you'll see a standard release schedule. You'll see everything go back to normal, with a lot of My Hero to start, obviously. So keep in mind, a lot of My Hero will come out first.
Chris Lampkin, I will tell you, digital card games, one, require different licensing because it's a digital platform, not a paper platform, which means that we would have to purchase a different
video
license.
Game license. Yeah, I can answer that. That's a video game license. We don't have rights to video games currently, and you cannot mix the licenses in the video game.
And then you also have to develop the platform, right? You have to.
We would have to for universes. We would have to relicense everything like Smash Brothers, and it's a very time-consuming, complicated, expensive endeavor. We have looked into this. Now that doesn't mean we're not going to make an online platform at some point. We are always looking into these things, but it's probably going to be formatted a little differently than the physical card game. If we can ever get to...
Alex Davis asks, and I'm going to say this is probably TBA, but assuming all stretch goals are met, how many characters can we expect to be in Mortal Kombat? I don't know if we're giving that information out just yet.
Well, here's the thing, it depends on how much we fund, because we can always add stuff to the campaign. So I hope we just get everything. I like all the characters, so I want all the characters. So share a lot and see if we can just unlock everything. That'd be my goal. We were able to budget for a certain number up front, and just in hoping that they get unlocked in art and sculpt costs, but that doesn't mean we budgeted for infinite Kickstarter growth. So.
Well, and here's an industry thing that we won't go too deep into, but infinite stretch goal scalability is actually bad a lot of times. And I'll say this as a backer. There are campaigns I've backed where people are, we hit all of the stretch goals in day one because they were very successful. The problem is that people are always like, well, what's the next stretch goal? Well, you can't always just add stretch goals, because anything you add as a stretch goal is going to cost more money, which is going to take away your profit. Now, generally, if
it gets to the point where there is no profit and you go negative.
Yeah.
So just because the campaign is making more money doesn't mean that that's what it actually costs to print more stuff and produce more plastics and all that stuff. So every time something's added, overall cost goes up for everything, and that's just how it works.
Now you would,
so there is a cap for sure.
yeah, you would think that because you're selling more stuff, even though the profit margin is smaller and smaller, you're still making more money. But that's not necessarily the case, because at a certain point, you don't get any more of a discount for buying in larger bulk.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a certain point where the quantity discounts stop, right? So anyway, we want to get as many as we can. I think we can get most of the cast. I think Mortal Kombat's popular enough that we can get most of what I want. I'm hoping. I'm a huge fan, so like I said, I have a lot of faith in Mortal Kombat. My Street Fighter fans will fight me on this, but I think it'll outperform Street Fighter. That's my goal. My goal and my thought. I think it's worldwide, especially North America. More
I think now that the game is kind of proven, I think you might be right, because now people are like, "Oh, that was really cool. How do I?" I mean, we've already been getting people asking, "How can I sell this in my store?" And we don't have Street Fighter available for purchase in stores at the moment. People are like, "Can I still get this? Can I get this? Can I get this?" And we will run out of our overstock very quickly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Street Fighter is probably going to sell out about the time we get the rest of it from our fulfillment centers, and then Mortal Kombat is planned to be sold in stores. Street Fighter was not set up that way at all. Mortal Kombat, we hope to bring it into retail. It's to some capacity. It will be expensive, but to some capacity. But yeah, I think Mortal Kombat will do better, just because the video game sales in North America crush all their fighting games every time, except for Smash Brothers. So
the Hendrix, I will tell you, the character selection for this project, for the Mortal Kombat project, is very cool. There's a lot of good stuff that I know people are really going to be excited for. I don't want to give anything away, but
I'm very proud of the characters you can get in this game. I think all my favorites could be unlocked, so we'll hope.
But yeah, so I think that's about all we have for today, right, Jason?
Yeah. So yeah, to reiterate, because this is a lot of our fans are Universes players. I'd say well over half that watch the show, because we do a lot of card game updates. Universes, like we said, we've tried to get some kind of mini release going. It is just not possible to print at the moment. We've been trying. We have some workarounds, but I don't think we could get it to a worthy scale to where it's going to help the brand in any way. So My Hero Academia will be the next release, and then it will be full scale, full launch. You'll see it everywhere. Normal release schedule from that point on. The pandemic really just kind of crushed that part of the growth of the industry. I will say that since we are one of the few companies that's we're in on this, it's going to be very hard for other games to exist and come about in the card game realm, because there's kind of a cap right now in manufacturing and skill set and all of that stuff, and foil papers and all this different stuff. So
I cannot wait to show off some of the foil.
New card games are going to be harder and harder and harder to bring to the market. So unless you go through like a Jasco or Wizards of the Coast, a Nintendo, Pokemon company, that kind of stuff, Bandai Namco. If you're already set in here, obviously you'll have your favorites with the printers and stuff. But it's pretty hard right now. So that's when we're going to be starting. My Hero set will launch, and then it's full steam ahead from there.
Like I said, I can't wait to show off some of the cool foil work we've managed to pull off.
I will say that this set in development, in terms of design, graphic design, new cool stuff, different kinds of special cards, the amount of cool cards you get in a box has increased. But I would say everything's about 4 times more bang for your buck than we've ever had in a set for My Hero. Like, it just extra features, extra foil patterns, and cool stuff a lot of stuff we've never done before in Universes that you're going to see with My Hero. And I'm extremely excited, especially after being able to see all the cards printed and all that kind of stuff. I can't wait. I can't wait for it at all. And we even improved it from the best we've ever done in the last iteration of edits. So everything's on time. We're really ready and excited to go on set 1. Set 2's coming right after that. And then other Universes news will start flowing out after the launch.
And like I said, the last thing we'll touch on is that what we're kind of up to for the rest of May. I know Jason and I have some work next week to work on some of the other projects that are not at MHA, just some overview, strategy, and planning. We've been working on future sets. We don't just work on necessarily one thing at a time. We have to work on multiple things. So some work for other MHA card game stuff has been going on as well. So we're getting real ready for just the train to keep going. You know,
and that's not just for MHA. We've also got like 2 or 3 different titles coming for universes as a whole that have been through design a bit and testing, and DLCs. I did notice, like, a lot of people remember there's supposed to be more DLCs. Well, the pandemic kind of shot that one in the foot, and that's going to be starting up with the full steam ahead My Hero campaign. But all that stuff's still coming, so it's just coming later than we all hoped and wanted it to come, but it's coming. Oh, and with all the skill sets that we've learned with My Hero Academia and the new printing techniques and everything we're doing on this, everything is going to look just better and better and better as we move forward on the quality of the foils and the cards and the prints and the packaging and the types of the rare drops that you get in packs now. You're going to get more rares. I think you can potentially actually, if you get like a God box, you can actually pull like 11 ultra rares in one box now.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
Yeah, like you can get some drops in your box. So pretty excited. Anything else? Let's. I'm gonna think.
That's about all we have for this week. Hopefully next week, our planning and stuff. That way will go so well, and hopefully, after the meeting with Asmodee, we'll be able to get some other things going.
So I will say that the announcement for the release date is probably going to happen sometime off stream, because it's a collaborated thing. It'll probably be posted in Facebook and on the news, the website, and then all over a big Asmodee push. And it'll be unified through any mass retailers and hobby shops that we were working with. So I would expect to just kind of keep an eye on social media. It's probably the fastest way you'll get the release date news. And then after that, we will still talk about it on the Joffice if you missed out on any of the stuff. Additionally, one final thing. As of last week, we've been testing it a little bit. You can purchase any Jasco Games product on our website now using 4 different cryptocurrencies. So if you have, I think it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and I believe it's Litecoin, if I remember correctly, you can buy Jasco products with your crypto now. We unfortunately, I don't think we take Doge. I know Doge is the hotness.
I just bought some Doge.
I just bought some Doge. Go Doge! Elon Musk is going to be doing a Saturday Night Live skit about Doge tomorrow. Who knows what that's going to do to the market? I have a feeling it's going to crash after that, to be honest, but we'll see what happens.
Hey, man, I know plenty of people that made some good cash with Doge in recent months, so check it out if you have spare couple $100 to, try to use wisely.
I threw a couple $100 at it. I think I've made 14% or 20% or something, and I bought it like 3 days ago. So,
nice.
But remember, we are definitely not financial advisors.
Nope. Don't
not do anything we say for crypto or any kind of investments unless it's CCG investments. I can maybe help you with some CCG investments, but I don't think that's technically a financial advisor. That's like a card gamer.
If you can get a decent Black Lotus from Beta for $100, you should buy it. That's my advice.
I would say if you can get any Power 9 for cheap, you should just get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's like actually just torn up.
Yeah, you don't want that. I mean, you might still want that. I don't know. It's probably still worth $100.
Maybe.
If it's like ripped up and you tape it together, I bet you could still get $100 for that.
That's possible. Don't forget,
anyway,
if you haven't liked the My Hero Academia CCG Facebook page, go ahead and like that. That always helps our reach, get more people out to it. Every time we make a post, if you are so inclined, we would love it if you would share that to your feed and whatnot. We'll see how that happens.
Yep, I think I ran through most of the comments.
That's about all we got. So,
Yep, we're good.
play some board games over the weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Relax. Get ready for the next week of work so that you can do some work and have another great weekend following that. We love you guys. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.